Hi everyone, welcome back to another Procreate tutorial with Mad Chen. Today we'll be creating a realistic paper cutout effect in Procreate. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Mad Chen and I'm a digital illustrator. I create Procreate tutorials for beginners. So stick around and I'll show you how to create a realistic paper cutout effect in Procreate in just a few moments. Welcome back guys, so let's get straight into the Procreate tutorial. The first thing we're going to look at is the color palette. Please make sure that when you create this color palette in Procreate, that you place the colors in the exact same order as I've done here to make it easier for you to follow my Procreate tutorial. If you're not sure how to create a palette in Procreate, you can check out my other video entitled How to Use New Color Palette Features in Procreate 5, which I will leave the link up above and in the description below. So the first thing we want to do is choose our brush, so we'll go to the brush library, go to calligraphy and choose the monoline brush. Then we go to color palettes and choose this blue here. So draw a large circle, still keeping your pen on the canvas, your shape will snap into a circle. To create a perfect circle, tap with another finger on the screen and then your shape will snap into a perfect circle. Then you can let go. We're just going to click up here on the arrow icon and then we're going to drag our circle down a little bit to center the circle on the screen. When you're happy, just click on the arrow icon again to deselect it. Now we need 2 copies of this blue circle. So we go back to layers, and we swipe left on our current layer and click on duplicate. Then we go to color palettes and we click on this orange here. Drag the color onto your top layered circle. Click on the plus sign to open up another layer above the orange circle. Click on the blank space and then click on clipping mask. Go back to color palettes and choose this blue here. So we're going to start drawing our first cloud. I'm just going to start drawing mini semicircles just to get a feel of the shape of our cloud. Don't forget to close your shape so that when you fill it in with color, it won't spill out. You can also take this time to refine your lines. If you're not happy with the positioning of your blue cloud, you could always move it. So what I'm going to do is go back to layers, make sure that I have the blue cloud layer selected, go to the upper left corner toolbar and choose the arrow icon so that we can move our blue cloud. Once you're happy with the position of your blue cloud, you can click on the arrow icon again to deselect it. Next, we're going to create the second layer of clouds. Go back to layers, click on the orange circle, then click on the plus icon to open up a new layer above the orange circle. Then we go back to palettes and choose this purple here. So once again, we're going to start creating small purple circles so that we can draw out the basic shape of our cloud. You can also take this time to adjust your purple cloud, the same as what we did with the blue one. And once again, you can click on the arrow icon on the upper left toolbar to move the purple cloud. I'm just going to take this time to add a little bit more purple cloud. Next, we're going to add another cloud. So we're going to go back to layers, click on the orange circle, and once again, click on the plus icon to open up another layer above it. And this time we're going to choose the color pink from color palettes. Draw mini semicircles just to get a feel of the shape of your cloud. Don't forget to close your shape and then fill it in with the pink. To change the position of all 3 clouds at the same time, we just go back to layers and select all of the 3 cloud layers by swiping to the right. Then click on the arrow icon so that we can start moving the position of all 3 clouds. What we need to do next is create duplicate copies of each of the clouds. So we click on the pink cloud layer, slide it to the left, choose duplicate. Let's do the same for the purple and the blue clouds. Next, we're going to change the color of the second layer of each cloud. And let's start with the second layer of the blue cloud. Then go to the color palettes, choose black, and then drag and drop the black onto the blue cloud. We're going to do the same for the purple cloud. Choose the second layer of the purple cloud, and then drag and drop black onto the second layer of the purple cloud. Let's do the same for the second layer of the pink cloud. We're going to create a shadow effect that will help us create the realistic paper cutout effect in Procreate. So what we want to do is make sure that we have the black version of the pink cloud selected in layers. Then we go to the upper left corner toolbar. Then we click on this magic wand icon up here. Then you want to go down and find Gaussian blur. Then click on layer, and then just slide our pen to the right side of the screen until we reach 10%. As I'm sliding my pen, you can see that the outline of our pink cloud becomes more visible. Click the magic wand icon again to turn off Gaussian blur. We're going to do the same for the other black cloud layers. So next we'll go to the purple black cloud layer, then we go back to the magic wand icon, and then we go to Gaussian blur, then click on layer, and again we slide our pen to the right side of the screen until we reach 10%. Lastly, let's add the 10% Gaussian blur onto the second blue cloud layer. After this process, all of your clouds should now have black outlines. You'll also find that creating a black layer under each of your colored clouds will reveal parts of the colored cloud that you need to adjust. So once again, you can do touch-ups before we move on to the next step. The next part is where the magic happens. So let's go to layers and select all 3 of the black cloud layers by swiping to the right of each of those black layers. Then we need to go to the arrow icon so that we can move all 3 black layers at the same time. I'm just going to slightly move all of the 3 layers to the left, which makes it look like a realistic paper cutout effect in Procreate. Just make sure that you don't put the shadows too far from its original place, otherwise the paper cut effect will not work. Next we're going to add something in the sky, so we'll click on layers, click on the orange circle, click on the plus icon to open up a new layer above it. We go back to palettes, click on this red here, and we're going to draw, for example, an air balloon. So I'm going to show you a neat trick to get even lines. Go to the wrench icon, click on canvas, click on drawing guide, then click on edit drawing guide just under it. Then you want to click on symmetry, and then come up here and click on done. So when we start to draw our air balloon, you'll be able to draw your air balloon using symmetrical lines. We're also going to draw the basket in the same layer. So we go to palettes and choose this green here. We still have symmetry turned on, so you should be able to draw equal lines for your basket. Go to palettes, choose black, go back to layers, click on the orange circle, click on the plus icon to open up a new layer above, go to the wrench icon, edit drawing guide, and turn off symmetry by clicking on perspective. Click done. Then we have to go back again to the wrench icon, edit drawing guide, turn symmetry on, and then clicking on done. Now we can draw the ropes for our air balloon. Then we need to completely turn off symmetry, so once again, go back to the wrench icon, go to edit drawing guide, and click on perspective down here, and then click on done. So we're going to create one layer for our rope and our air balloon. So we'll select both the rope and the air balloon layers and pinch our fingers together to join them into one. On the arrow icon, then I can drag my air balloon a little bit to the left. When you're happy with where you put your air balloon, you can just click on the arrow icon again to deselect it. Now we need to make a paper cut shadow effect for the air balloon. So once again, we go to layers and we create a duplicate copy of our air balloon. After duplicating, we need to choose the second layered air balloon. We choose black from the color palette and drag and drop it into our second layer. you need to make sure that all of this layer is black, and as we can see, the basket is still green. So we need to drag and drop black into the basket. To see whether all of your air balloon is black, you can toggle off the colored air balloon layer for now to see whether the second layer air balloon is all black. Once you've made your adjustments, you can toggle the colored layer of the air balloon back on. Next, make sure that the black layer of your air balloon is selected. Then we go back to the magic wand icon, click on Gaussian blur, click on layer, and once again, we slide our pen to the right side of the screen until we reach 10%. Then click on the magic wand icon again to turn it off. Next, click on the arrow icon to select your shadow, and once again, move it in the same direction that you had moved the shadows for your clouds before. Our paper cut effect is almost done. I'm just gonna add some details to the sky and also to the clouds. So we go back to layers, click on the orange circle, go to palettes, and choose this yellow on the right side here. Then we go to the brush library and go to touch-ups, then select noise brush. I'm also going to increase the size of my brush before I start putting details in the sky. So with this yellow, I just want to put a bit of highlight coming in from the center of the screen where the sun is supposed to be. To make the sunlight brighter, go back to color palettes and choose white here. Using the same brush, we'll also add some details to the colored clouds. Let's select the blue cloud layer and go back to color palettes and choose this purple here. We'll do the same for the other clouds. So go back to layers and select the purple cloud. Go to palettes and select this pink. We're going to do the same for the pink cloud by selecting it in layers, and then go to palettes and selecting this color here above the yellow. Next, we have to go to the bottom blue circle, drag it to the top of all of the layers, which will give our art piece a blue frame. Then we need to duplicate the same layer, click on the second blue circle under it, and toggle off the top circle layer. Go to palettes, choose black, enlarge the canvas to make it easier for us to see our frame. Then you can drag and drop the color into the circle. We go back to layers and toggle on the top blue circle layer. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to slightly decrease the size of the black circle. So you need to make sure that you still have that black circle selected. And then we go to the arrow icon. And then using our fingers to slightly pinch the screen to make the black circle show up a little bit on the inner side. You want to make sure that the blue and black circles are visible and that the two circles are touching one another. When you're happy with the black circle position, you can click on the arrow icon again to deselect it. Now we're going to use Gaussian blur to create the same shadow effect. So we go back to the magic wand icon, click on Gaussian blur, click layer, and again, slide your pen to the right side until you get to 10%. Now this is just one simple example of how you can create a paper cutout effect in Procreate. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you had a lot of fun watching this tutorial, as much fun as I had making it. Please subscribe and also hit that bell icon to be notified of upcoming videos. You can also show your support by hitting that like button. And also let me know your thoughts, comments, and questions down below. Please also share this video with people you know who are interested in Procreate tutorials for beginners. You can also check my other Procreate tutorial videos by clicking on the link above. And I'll also leave other useful Procreate tutorial videos in the description below. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.